Good morning, everyone. Last time we have discussed about the adsorption theory of catalysis, safe selective catalysis, and key lock theory of the enzyme catalysis. Now we are going to start the second part of the surface chemistry, that is the colloids. When we talk about the colloids, then what are the colloids? Then colloids are the heterogeneous but stable mixture of two components. When you will talk about the components in the case of solution, when you talk about the component, we say that there are two components, that is the solute and the solvent. In this case, instead of solute, it will be called dispersive phase, and instead of solvent, it will be called the dispersion medium. So when you will see the type of colloids on the basis of the dispersive phase and dispersion medium, so they have the clear categories. That means when the medium is solid and phase is also solid. When the medium is solid, phase is liquid. When the medium is solid, phase is gas, and just like that. So there are different type of the colloids. Some of the names which are generally popular, which are generally used by us, I am just writing those of the type of the colloids. When you will see the first one, the most popular one, that is the sol, S-O-L, sol. What are the sol? When a solid is dissolved in liquid, then it is called sol. But when a liquid is dissolved in solid, then it will be considered as a jet. In the case of the sol, if the medium is an alcohol, then it will be called alcohol. And when the medium is air, it will be called aerosol. In the case of two liquids are mixed with each other, that is called the emulsion. So these are the some of the major categories of the colloids on the basis of the physical state, on the basis of the dispersive phase and dispersion medium's physical state. But when you will classify the colloids on the basis of the nature of the dispersive phase particles, then what are the different type of the colloids? When we will talk about the different type of colloids, we can say that the colloids have three clear categories, and these are the three clear categories are on the basis of their size of the particles, on the basis of the interaction, how they are interacted with each other, and that is given here. When we will talk, the first type of colloid is the macromolecular colloid. That means the size of the colloidal particle, that is the dispersive phase particle, is such a big size that almost a single molecule is behaving like a colloidal particle. That is called the macromolecular colloids. Then this one is the macromolecular colloids. Surely, if this is the colloidal range, the whole system is a single molecule or almost single molecule. If that condition appears, that is called the macromolecular colloid. Then which of the system have this much big size of the particles? Surely they must be a macromolecular systems, and these of the systems are generally proteins. So the proteins may form such type of the colloids, and one of the easily available example of the proteinous colloid is the egg albumin sol. Then egg albumin sols are the example of the colloidal system, that is the macromolecular colloid. When you will see the second type of the colloid, that is called multimolecular colloid. In the case of multimolecular colloids, the colloidal particles are not as big as in the case of the macromolecular colloids. They are smaller by the size, but they combine with each other and make a colloidal range particle. Because they combine with each other and make a bigger particle, so they are called a multimolecular. multi number of the molecules combines with each other to make the colloidal particle, and this is the reason why they are called the multi-molecular colloid. For example, if this is the colloidal size, then the smaller particle like this one combine with each other to make the colloidal system. This is called the multi-molecular colloid. Example, you can take gold salt. And the third one, the important one, is called the associate colloid. I am just removing it. The third one is associate colloid. Here, the association of the molecule is responsible for formation of the colloidal system. Generally, such systems are called the micelle. And which of the systems are capable to form the micelle? It is soap and detergent. I think you have already studied about the such type of the species that is called the micelle. So I am not going to explain it. Even though when you will see the soaps have the two different ends. If this is the sludge, especially the oily system, then the hydrophobic end of the soap attaches with this one, and hydrophilic end remains on the surface, which makes it soluble, and this structure is called the associate colloid. Then this is the way how the associate colloid is formed. This is the classification of the colloids on the basis of the size of the particles. So there are three types of the colloidal systems. The first one, the macromolecular colloid. The second one, that is called the multimolecular colloid. In the case of macromolecular colloid, the bigger particles were available. In the case of the multimolecular, smaller particles were there, but they were combining in big number and they were forming the colloidal system. And the last one, they are also combining, but they are just associating with each other. So that is called the association colloids. They are made by the detergents and soaps. They are also called the micelle. Then this was the classification on the basis of the size of the particle, the way of the formation of the particle, you can say. The last one, that is based on the interaction of the medium and phase. So when you will classify the colloid on the basis of the interaction, that is the interaction in between medium and phase, then there are two different type of the colloids. The first type of colloid is called lyophilic colloids. When you will see the name, what is the name, what is the meaning of the name, then you will find that the two terms are making the total name of this colloidal system, and those are the two terms are the lyo means liquid and philic means loving. Then they are the liquid loving colloids. That means in such type of colloids, the dispersive phase attracts the dispersion medium. So there is a attraction in between dispersive phase and dispersion medium in such type of the colloids. For example, starch salt, a galbanum salt, or the gum arabic salt. These are the salts which are showing attraction in between the phase and medium, and so it's very easy to prepare such type of the salts. Just mix it with the water under warm condition, or you can say just mix the phase in warm water and you will find the colloid prepared. You have already prepared in the lower classes, especially in the class 9th standard in your practicals, the colloidals or the starch colloids. Then there you have find that it was very easy to prepare such type of the salt or the colloid. Example, starch salt. I have told some more examples here. The next one is called lyophilic colloid. Again, when you will see the term, lyo means again the same, that is the liquid, and phobic means heating. Then the previous one was the liquid loving colloid, that means both were attracting each other, and this is the liquid hating colloid, that means both are not attracting each other, they both are repelling each other, they don't have any attraction in between these two, so they are the lyophobic colloids. Surely if there is no any attraction in between these two, so it is very difficult to prepare such type of the colloids, the lyophobic colloids, and if that is not easier to prepare, surely that needs a specific way to prepare it. A specific method must be needed for preparation of such type of salt. Example, gold salt. If you are taking the gold, a small piece of gold that is always available at your homes, बहुत सारी ज्वेलरीज मम्मा पहनती हैं, सिस्टर्स पहनती हैं, या आप खुद पहनते हैं, तो यहाँ पे यू जस्ट टेक द गोल्ड and try to dissolve it in water. Whether it's possible to dissolve it in water under general condition, surely that's not possible. Even you are stirring it for the whole day, 24 hours. Though even a single milligram of the gold is not going to dissolve in water, because gold is undissolvable in water. So such type of the colloids having dispersive phase and dispersion medium with no any interaction with each other, and if there is no any interaction, it's very difficult to prepare such type of the colloids. But by using different methods, we can prepare such type of colloids where there is no any interaction force in between the medium and phase. So we will see how to prepare these of the colloids. But when you will see the preparation of the lyophilic colloids, there is no any specific process is needed for the preparation. Just warm the water, take the phase within the liquid and provide a proper stirring. You will find that the colloidal system will be formed, that is stable. Surely that is not the homogeneous, the nature is not same everywhere from top to bottom, but surely that is stable, and as that is stable, you can see that the colloidal system is formed. So we are going to see the different process for the preparation of the colloids, and we are not going to see the process for the preparation of colloids for the lyophilic system. We are just seeing the process for the preparation of the lyophobic system. So the next topic is the preparation, which we will see in our next video. Thank you and have a nice day.